Everyone, we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 101 episode of DevKami. And I am Chi Leung.
And I am Tristan.
And my name is Suimeng, and I have a Zaku MS06.
All right.
So, shall we share the screen?
And
yes.
So what's up, everybody?
yes. What? Sorry. What's what?
What's up?
What's up? Well, I'm running. So NVIDIA broadcast came out. I'm running the NVIDIA noise reduction and the background blur, which is quite strange.
I'm
It's
here.
like I'm in a green screen.
I'm here, Peter, over not having an RTX.
Yeah.
Well, the 3080 and 3090 are going out.
Tristan is showing off there.
Yes, I am. It's quite cool. Swimming is showing off his Gundam collection.
Is showing off his Armada. Yeah. Which country you gonna conquer?
Of course, I need to conquer Earth representing Xeon.
All right.
Okay, you guys are not Gundam fan.
Yeah, I never.
So let's start with.
I never watched. Yeah, Fancy Daddy.
Fancy Dandy.
The juicy graphic cards, RTX.
How do I share the screen?
Yeah.
How do I share my screen?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Here you go. Go on. Have fun with it.
So let's start. As usual, we're going to start with our event. So today is 24th. So the first event we have is going cognitive. That already happened since forever.
I need to update the entry. I need to update the entry because on Saturday there is a Golang event with the it's actually Southeast Asia, but it's actually not really from everybody from Southeast Asia, but the Kuala Lumpur, Singapore, and Jakarta. We're trying to get the Manila folks in as well. So I'm going to update the
They're not applying?
No,
or they're just ignoring you?
No, fun fact, the Singaporean folks are also the Manila folks.
Well,
yeah. So
this is why I get like problems at immigration in Singapore. You're taking our jobs.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Here's a question. What happened with the Laotian, Thai, Myanmar, and Vietnam?
We'll have to get them. Right? We'll have to get them soon. So unfortunately,
yes.
So Odin Hassan says hi. Hi, Odin Hassan. Hi.
It's not that we're not trying to get them. It's that this folk reached out first.
Yeah.
It's actually a trial run, so we're gonna. Okay. I can actually make this into nice. How do I share it?
Do you know the ASEAN group?
What
Association of Southeast Asian nations, right? So they were founded by
Singapore.
Sorry, let me confirm my sources.
Let it be Philippines, but not Singapore.
No, so the five foreign ministers. So it's Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand. So if you were doing the Go thing, then it's only Thailand that you're missing, and then you have your ASEAN founding members.
So I'm adding while we speak. I'm adding in the entry. So we'll be having three tracks, one from each of the countries. So yep, I'm gonna update the calendar as well as the link to the video. So check it out. It's the first time collaboration. So they call it Go See.
Well, good luck. Let's see what happens on Saturday. It's a free event, right?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah. Did we lose Swimming? I think we lost Swimming.
Yeah. So, okay. Let me move on soon because my internet connection is getting bad again. Junior Dev event on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So this online as well. Detail will come up later. As usual, watch the channel. Then on Wednesday is KLJS online edition. Not enough detail, but the detail will updated on our web page. You can come to this page, devkami.com/page/reader, and just click the link here. So, shall we
Tuesday?
move on?
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. All right. I thought
Let's
we can
move-
talk about next week. We can talk about the Ruby Tuesdays on next week.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Ruby Tuesday is on next week. Okay.
Not next week.
So
Not
Ruby
next
Tuesday
week.
is also
Not
on
next week. It's the week after.
Oh, the week, okay.
Ruby Tuesday is normally the
Okay.
first week of the first
Yeah.
Tuesday of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I know September just goes
So-
by so fast. I thought it's already October.
Yeah, I thought it is Mooncake Day already,
Mm.
which annoying. So let's move on. So the first announcement is Flutter Windows Alpha is out, and you can
Yeah.
use Flutter front end for Windows.
I just found out the horrible truth that Flutter actually renders everything on
Yeah,
canvas.
it does.
Really?
No, not on Canvas, but same on the mobile. It just like your widget is just like a single blank screen, and then they draw pixel by pixel.
Yep.
Right.
So it's the same on web. Basically, they have a canvas, which is the same size as your viewport, and then they draw pixel by pixel.
That's scary.
It's and apparently today also because of that, I tried out the screen reader. Apparently most
Yeah.
website doesn't work well with screen reader. I'm also
Yeah.
impressed by the how magical it is. I can use some websites or services without using my eyes.
Right.
Yeah.
So here's a question. Since I'm on a break now, should I learn Flutter?
Yeah.
I think Flutter is one of
You
the
can.
emerging technologies. Well, you can always take a look at Technology Radar, right? I think the Technology Radar
Do you
recommended
want,
Flutter.
You want an opinion? Do you want to do mobile development?
Maybe.
Maybe, okay. If you want to pick up mobile development, Flutter is a good one to go because even those React, like let's say native or React native, the problem with native is you have a lot of things to learn. So you can pick it up, but it's always good to pick up native development just for the foundation because all this still links to some of the native modules.
Okay.
Speaking from React Native is that React Native is easy to start if you're familiar with React, but the problem is the way you do things are pretty manual.
Yep.
And Flutter actually basically provide you a lot of it feels more like native mobile programming to me, whereas you don't have to worry too much of doing like wanting it to do stuff that is like in React Native you have to make sure it do things for you, but in Flutter is a magical part is that you just invoke certain thing and as long as it's there and can help you to do it.
Okay.
I
And you
think
don't have
the
to
more
worry too much
important,
on
the more
and you don't have
important
to worry
question
too
there
much
is
about the rendering of the UI as well. Like
Right.
if you do React Native, you still do it like React.js where you have to align this and that, but the Flutter one is more convenient, more native so you just need to work like make sure it always center padding is this.
So the more important question here is that can I earn more money by doing mobile?
I doubt it because we have a lot of. Actually, the number of mobile developers is actually pretty high.
Not
it's
really.
Unofficial survey. It's an unofficial
You still have to
survey.
write your own backend services, so
Yeah,
it's
correct.
more like
Oh, they have Firebase. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Firebase
if-
solves everything.
just pay Firebase.
So the thing is,
Scale with
if you learn
Firebase.
mobile alone,
Yeah, if you start with Firebase, it's fine.
Yeah.
So, but if you still have to maintain your own API anyway, so
okay,
and your websites or anything. So I
Yeah.
would suggest starting with web, like just refresh your web development first. Everything still goes to that. Your
Yeah.
API still needs to be there.
okay,
So
and
probably
with
probably get yourself
Yeah.
more comfortable with like OpenID Connect, the web authentication, JWT, these things lah, on the web.
Okay.
Yeah, so and with this alpha release by Flutter for Windows, they are covering all major platforms now.
Yeah.
So both mobile devices and they started with Linux, Mac OS, and now Windows. And so and web as well, of course, like it's part of it. And then of course, it's Dart. There's nothing stopping you from also running your backend server in Dart or in Java.
Yep.
And you have like a very good ecosystem for serving JavaScript applications there. Like you have your Tomcat or your like I don't know servlets or whatever. And so it's a big ecosystem once you get into just a small piece of the Flutter pie. That's actually interesting.
But if you ask me, like opinion, if you ask me, if I want to start a team of people that are doing cross-platform development, I would start with Flutter now. At now, it should be fine. Some part my
I think it's mature enough, right? It wasn't as mature before, but now it's starting mature enough.
For most use cases, mature enough. Unfortunately, the downside of Flutter, the power of Flutter is also it's just like the Achilles heels. It's also its weakness of rendering everything. Like if you want to do web view, or to link with something like something really big like native modules like a map rendering, then there's a lot of work need to be involved because
it has to be rewritten.
And build a map right now, you just use the native module, or web view is just use the native. But you cannot do that if you render everything. So its power is also a weakness in some niche cases, use cases. They are working on it. It's still alpha grade, but at least you can see that it's out there and the core team are working on it. So once that is mature, then I would say it's just go full force ahead. I actually enjoy the experience of writing mobile application with that. The development experience is much better also. Like with integration with Android Studio, the live reload, everything. The profiling is there as well. Yep.
Yeah, Swimming wanted to say something, or is he just like?
So let's move on. So I think
slow internet.
I have bad internet, so
okay, that's why it's like a chop thing. Okay.
So what happened here? Firefox Android app.
So this
with zero user interaction, so it's an exploit.
So how does it work? Yeah, did we lose him?
Yeah, I think I think he's calling again.
Calling Houston. Can you hear me? So that must
how it
felt like to when we are on a space mission, like in probably Mars, trying to call home. Yeah, we got a solar flare and yeah. But
I haven't read this. This just turned up right now, right? Just recently on the channel, so I haven't actually seen this.
Let me do a read up. Apparently,
it's quite scary.
Okay, so what did they do?
And so what's annoying with Firefox? So I don't actually update Firefox on my Android because they don't put change logs or release notes on the Play Store update.
Really?
Like this developer did not update or something, right? And so that's I never usually update applications that don't do that. I just find it quite lazy. You can just like at least put something, right? But then Firefox doesn't. So now I have
remember
to do
the joke of I have a Nintendo Switch. So when they have a system update, they often the changelog is often system stability. So the joke is that it's the most stable system in the world because every single time they just patch the system stability.
Yeah, so, they just improve the stability, right?
Yeah.
So this is a new vulnerability, but it's already fixed if you got the latest update for Firefox. So yeah. You should look at the link, but I do not have the detail actually. So let's move on. Do you know Airtable?
I think I've seen the link, but not really.
Yeah. So me too. But
I think I leave.
Airtable is one of those low code things. So it allows you to build database and all that, so that you can actually make it easy for people to build application with minimal code. That, from what I understand.
No code is nice.
Yeah, I don't maintain no code, but Google had their own alternative. So it's called Table, Google Table. So what this does is essentially creating a database. It's creating a database. I don't think I can hear it. But the point is...
No, we can't hear it.
Huh?
No, we can't hear what you're playing on YouTube yet.
Correct. So I think this is interesting. This is interesting because we used to have something similar in Office called Access, but it will be very that one. The application will be based on VB, a form of Visual Basic. The whole idea is.
So this is Microsoft Access, right? Microsoft Access.
Yeah. Correct. But this is a bit different. That you build the application and all that. From what I understand, I could be wrong. But I think we got the general idea. So
I wonder if they will provide API access to Airtables, such that you can actually fill out data. Like for example, you have sensor data, you just post to Airtables, because you can do that now with Google Sheets, right? But Airtables will be more interesting.
So this
because you can just start posting data, and then your project manager just like does their own thing. They want to generate graphs or whatever.
Yes. So this is the application. This is the thing that Google Table creating. I think it's interesting, but I do not know how it works yet. I had the same idea as Access in the old days. So very different, of course, but had the same idea. Let's move on. There's a new JSX transform for React 17. Can somebody explain to me?
In short, is the previously the boilerplate for React is that you have to do an import React from React.
Yep.
Because it's when you translate it, actually you can scroll down and you can see that the code that is generated. Scroll down a bit. Down. Yep. This is the part. The up there in the middle. The first code example. Can you enlarge that? So okay, is the initial. This is the old way to do things. So scroll down. Oh no, it create. Wait. This is one. So in general, they actually come up with a new Babel plugin that will do a translation to this.
Okay, cool.
So you don't have to do that boilerplate anymore. In short, that is the thing.
Yeah, before you had to import React to use JSX. Now you don't have to import.
You don't have to do anything. But there's a downside to it also.
Okay. I'm going to go very quick because otherwise you're going to think that.
But it's an opt-in for the next version. So it's available. It's the next version, but it's an opt-in. So nowadays React is not going to come out with more new features, but normally they've been. I mean, for this past version, they've been doing, or the next one they've been doing stability.
Oh, like your Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the most stable platform under the sun.
So let's move on very quickly. Basecamp had a new book on product. You should actually look at it if you want to. Swift on Windows are out, so you can build GUI like Flutter as well. Then Grab showing their CD, how it works.
Their own in-house.
And Microsoft contributed Java. And one thing that I forget to add here is actually Microsoft have exclusive access to Open GPT-3. I think exclusive means they can use it whenever they need. I do not know whether it means that OpenAI will restrict access to other. because when OpenAI released the SDK, it's actually very expensive. And Microsoft actually, how I should say it, they actually give the infrastructure to OpenAI. Maybe they make a deal out of it, lah. So, so that's a new thing. So look forward to the Office product in multiple places where GPT-3 is used, and of course,
So it's a smarter Clippy. I think
okay.
you're making a
So now it
making a
powers.
resume.
So the next Microsoft Word will power your essay project, your essay homework.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
So
Just give them the topic, right?
very likely,
Just give it something to start.
Cortana might be back as well. I hope that'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's the first thing I disable on Windows.
Yes. So
Sorry.
no. And it's visible, but because
I disabled Siri as well. So
yeah, precisely right.
I disable
Because we
Siri
use
and disable OK Google. So yeah.
Google. So the thing is, you use PC differently, I'm sure. So let's move on. So go on.
Apparently, I have a Google Home device next to me, and apparently the OK Google just now mix it up.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that. Here are other things you can try.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah. No, never mind.
Let's start
Yeah, go on.
with what's happening. I'm going to show you. You know, I know everybody in this rectangle know, but do the audience know how to build the DevKami website?
You have to speak. You have to speak closer to the microphone, Sumi.
So do you know how does our website work? That's the question.
Yeah. Enlighten
Like
us.
from beginning to end, like like how does an article get published? Like, do we have even articles? How does a post get published? We get articles. So I think that was the question, right?
Yeah. So no, actually, what's the tools we use to build our website, DevKami website? So the short answer is we use a thing called
tech stack.
Hugo. Yeah. We use a thing called Hugo.
What? Okay, I'm gonna share the link. It's a static site
Hugo?
generator.
Yeah. One of you should actually open the link to our GitHub just because my level is horrible.
Okay.
So we use a static site generator called Hugo. So it's written in Go. Surprise! Surprise!
What surprise? What kind of surprise we have?
Hugo is written in Go.
Yeah.
As a result, it's also very easy to install. It's just one binary.
Yeah.
It's literally one binary. You can generate the whole thing. Yep.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
why is it DevKami?
Yeah, because DevKami is being taken.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this is not us. I actually tried to contact
person, but
yes. So as a result, if you go to certain website and try to find out that you don't have DevKami but you have DevXKami, so very likely DevXKami is ours.
But DevKami.com is us.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, rest assured.
Yes.
Yeah.
So our site are built using a static site generator called Hugo. Of course, if you notice, we also make a few what's the name of it called? We make a few modification. So what is Hugo? Hugo is the site, but how do we publish a site? So the way we do it is we look at content. What are content? You know what? I'm going to share my screen. If my internet connection down, I show mine. What do you think?
Yeah, show yours.
Yes, show your screen, and then we will just take over if it goes down.
Share your passwords, so we can help.
My password is ABC123.
What? So easy?
Yes.
You need to change your
Actually, they don't
password.
allow. So how we do how do we do a post is we use Markdown. So for example, this is our last episode.
So Markdown is actually a. I want to say this is so Markdown is actually a markup, right?
Yes. So
Um,
markup.
so, but if you can see, we don't actually have stuff inside.
That's
I have a
it.
much.
That is the post.
Yeah, we don't have anything, and here's the reason. I'm going to show my development environment later. But let's show you what you expect to see on our GitHub page. So it turns out a bulk of work is actually done on layouts, right? And so here's the two things you need to know about Hugo. One, for content, you can use Markdown to create. For Markdown, for content, you write in Markdown, but you can actually customize your layout of your site. And we don't just lay out for, by the way, we actually have some customization so that bus corner and all that will be shown. Will be shown here. So we can actually, a lot of the stuff are defined in layout, defined in the layout and all that. So the two things you need to know about Hugo is one, it's a static site generator. Two, you can actually customize the site, your layout and all that. And the most important thing is actually that you actually have a theme. So we don't actually.
This reminds me a lot about mail merge, if you've ever used that. So you have like a list of email addresses and names, and then you have your email template, and you do a mail merge, and then it sends out.
Correct.
Thing.
It is Mailgun before Mailgun.
Yes.
Or MailChimp before MailChimp.
So we actually had the layout, we use theme and all that. So your static site actually generate a website. So it's, when you say static, it's not like the old days when we build our web page in HTML manually, and we had our marquee and all that, which is awesome. So nowadays, your static site generator is actually very advanced. Not just that, it can support. Not just that it can support content in Markdown file. You also can take data. So, for example, I have the latest one. They can take a data from YAML, JSON, TOML, and also if you write some, there's also ways for you to actually get code via API services, so that you can actually have a backend somewhere, and you just use the JSON to format the page. So in a way that it's not aesthetic. Go on.
Can I do my blog administration in WordPress, and then Hugo will just pull that and then generate my static site with it?
There is importer. I do not know. Okay. Disclaimer. I do not know if there's importer, but there is some of the static site generator that have imports, right? So
I was thinking more like I can subscribe to the RSS feed of this WordPress, whose URL I only know. And then whenever the RSS feed updates, I generate a new post based on the contents of that RSS feed.
Possible, but I do not know. So what I do which lead to another thing, if this is a static site generator, okay, no, then go on. Why? Let's start with how, then we go to the administration and how we work, right? So why we use a static site generator? The reason is that it's easy to cache, because often when we write website, when we do our blog, we don't actually need the whole backend. We do not need a database. Originally, when we build a static site, when we build our blog, of course, because we have form, then we need to store. Of course, we need a database, right? As we go on, it turns out that we don't actually need database, because the real problem at that time when a blog site are created is because we do not have a nice way for us to write content. Even with templating language, you still have to write some form of HTML. But as the front end technology goes further, your JavaScript library can actually do a lot of stuff. For example, it can process. We can process Markdown into a content, right? So that's what front end can do. As a result, for reasonably technical people, it's not hard for us to actually maintain our content using Markdown because the user experience is not too bad. But the thing is, that's my little problem with static site like Hugo. For us, it's fine because we're familiar with Markdown and we know how to write things. But the user experience is very different than WordPress. So WordPress
you don't have a rich text editing, for example.
Correct. And more importantly, you do not actually have a control panel. So you do not easily install your plugins. You do not have a one-click way to look at your traffic, etc., etc. But as a result, you also have a lot more things to configure on your WordPress site. But and also a bit more expensive, and the setup is a bit more complicated. But in static site, once you've done your installation, you can potentially generate HTML or even better, put on Netlify, which we're going to show later. So let me show you show you the development environment of DevKami website. I'm also going to create a post as well. So this is a live coding. It's a live coding experience. And by the way, I did not sacrifice a goat yet. So let me see if I can. Okay. Can you see my terminal?
We can, yeah. I forgot which account is DevKami Netlify at right now because I don't remember how to log in.
I will show later.
Okay.
So
show us your passwords later.
Yep. CD. Okay, so I'm going to create a new post. CD content. You know what? I don't. Yeah, let's do CD because. Okay. CD content 2020 because we organized by year. No, sorry, we organized by page. Then 2020 month. Then the day would be. Oh, sorry. Now we
24.
Day is 24, right?
Yeah.
VRM.
What's the title of this episode? Chilio?
The DevKami 101 DevKami site.
101 DevKami site.
Yeah.
Is there a format? Is there a format to the to our MDs? Technically, no. You can actually use anything, but we keep the number in the front so that we can actually organize it properly. Here's the
Which is something that I wanted to mention on your data YAML.
Yeah.
Because you start with the month as the name of the month. So it's a bit difficult when you alphabetically arrange it. Usually you'll do 2020-08, for example, or 10.
Okay, so I'm going to do this.
So Odin Hassan is asking, where do you guys host the site? That's Netlify, right? Do you have Netlify?
Yeah, correct. But I'm going to add one more thing. It's called Buzz Corner. Corner. What's the file name? I don't remember the file name. Goodness gracious.
SEPT-24-2020.
Yeah, I will fix the name later. So this is, so just so you know, you can also add content yada. But here's the catch. How do we test the site? Hugo Control R serve /d. So now you get the website. I'm going to switch to. Oh my goodness! All the context switching is bad.
Just share your screen, Seaman. Don't share apps, a separate windows. You have
Local.
nothing to hide.
Yes, I do. It's called porn. So
Prawn?
this
One tree, one
What's
tree.
wrong with seafood?
1313 by default you use 1313.
Yep.
So
Oh, there's 101. What is the old episode?
no, this is the old one.
Mhm.
I'm so sorry. You see, now I made a mistake, right?
You edited the
Child
wrong
voice
file?
cloner. No, I did the wrong file. This is DevKami 101 DevKami website, right? Kami website.
101
DevKami site.
DevKami. It's a palindrome. Well, DevKami 101, 101 DevKami. Now I'm being swimming confused. No, it's DevKami 101 dash
Yep.
101
Oh.
DevKami. What?
Wait,
Okay.
I'm confused. DevKami,
Okay.
DevKami 101.
Yeah.
okay, 101.
Dash
Dash.
101 DevKami.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we can do the site, I need to find out youtube.com.
The YouTube ID. We get to
Yes.
see what Swimming has
No,
been
just-
watching.
No, just swimming. Just go to your StreamYard
notifications.
and click our YouTube button. Okay, yeah, you get
And
that.
that
anyway.
works too, I guess.
Yeah.
That works as well. So
Okay.
whichever that works, man.
Oh, we get a new view from Swimming.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of Gundam and stuff, right? So as you can see, it refreshes itself, right? It refreshes itself.
Oh, wow!
It's magical.
Magic.
Yeah.
You have show
Oh,
notes
I
that's
think
empty and
It's
bus
better
point
than
that's
Braid.
empty.
I strongly believe that I made an error because we don't use YAML. Now, see,
Wow!
Nice.
It's automated.
So-
It's very fast as well.
Nice.
You just like it's like
I feel like I'm proud to be in the 21st century.
yes.
there's no waiting. Like, first you have to save and publish and then refresh the page.
No, actually, it's a bit more troublesome than on WordPress, but I complain it. I'll go back later. So you notice there's
Okay.
nothing, right? Now I'm going to add a content. If this won't be committed, yada yada. And you see that the problem is I mess up with the layout because the content is down at the bottom.
It's fine as long as you have the content. You can always update
Yeah,
Correct.
the layout,
the layout.
and you'll be applied to
Correct.
all the layouts, all
Correct.
the other posts.
So now our site room is empty lah. So how do we actually publish a site? Because you go to devkami.com, you won't see a thing, right? Div,
Yeah, it's not yet updated.
git status. So you realize that you have that. Git. I'm going to hide this. This is so annoying. Git add 24 devkami site.
Oh, learn from Swim. He's using Git hygienically. No Git add dot or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the one true
have-
way of using Kits.
Yes.
Don't do what I do
Don't-
because I mess. Also, don't
See?
need to master.
So
Wow, this is good.
I'll be judging Swimming's commit message here.
Yeah.
So you better be
At least
good,
you
man.
don't do the git commit -m like what I've been seeing a lot during.
No, it's
when
fine
I
for
was
dash
doing-
M. It's just one line
Dash M
anyway.
is awesome.
Unless
M
you're
is
trying to
awesome.
write an essay.
Yeah.
So,
Episode
yeah.
101.
Present tense is good.
Post. Then again, don't do what I do because I commit directly to master. And I should really pull from.
Okay.
You should always pull from master, but in this case, I already updated this now, so I don't care.
It's fine.
You forgot -f. You should always do -f.
yeah.
Get
Don't do
push
dash
-f.
F.
Yeah.
I don't do dash F. That's my rule.
Yeah.
So as a result, what happened then is on Netlify.
Netlify is gonna not Netflix. contributor is
Nicholas
welcome,
is
so check it
asking.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
So
Feel free to check
Wendy
it
have
out,
been
and
contributing a lot, like with
if
the
you
layouts and the
not just with necessary contribution
icons.
first, if you want to learn it up, just feel free to ping on Slack
Mhm.
channel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So now it's building.
There's another person, Andy, who is
Yep.
offering to also contribute some articles. So it's like
So-
it's open source for 2 years now. We're actually asking people to contribute. So yeah.
yeah,
So
Oh, it's already
published.
published. It's so fast.
so, yeah, it's lightning fast,
Then, ta-da.
man.
Wow, it's already there.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, right.
Wait, so
I'm proud
that
of
does
you,
that
Sri.
is that
I'm proud of you,
so
Sri.
this is our future? So did we just time travel to the past?
Yeah.
What?
Does it know?
What?
Can I know the lottery number? Sorry. Sorry.
So,
Uh,
so you create that.
well-
That's the basic, right? So the thing is, a contributor will
Yep.
come. Yes, and
Yep.
here's why.
And also we can use Netlify for the full feature because we are open source.
Yep,
So
correct.
for that we were qualified for Netlify's professional package, right? For free.
Correct. Correct. And one more thing
So-
is, for things that if you want to start contributing, I suggest that you go to. I forget that this is important. This is actually very important. We need to update our community link.
No. Open source projects are qualified.
Correct. So, by the way,
What? This is so biased.
sorry.
It actually,
Swimming.
swimming is baiting swimming is baiting us to give a pull request.
Yes.
Come
So, at your
on.
favorite community, just commit to this file, master community index, then
Commit-
add your community.
Commit it yourself.
Do a pull request because you guys may not be a contributor. So as a result, you guys may not be a contributor. So,
No, it's only set to several person that can do the merge.
correct.
So,
But do a pull
yeah.
request anyway.
Yeah, do a pull
And-
request anyway.
I will pretend that that's your Hacktober contribution.
Yeah, let's wait until October to do it.
Yeah, they will work on DevKami website.
Let's work on
That's
something.
our
And
Hacktober.
coming December we're gonna have Advent of Code again.
Mhm.
So probably we do a coverage
Yeah.
of that. We never covered Advent of Code, right? But we
No,
did it
I
for
don't think
2
so.
years. We did of 3 years.
We
So
show
I've
off
only
some
done like the
of-
first 3 for 2 years. And then I still
Still,
have to
yeah.
do the first 3.
Yes.
Because I
I'm
can't
not
catch
doing
up
any
with
better,
everyone
so-
else.
Yeah. Yeah, and Women of Code is organizing a Hacktoberfest guides workshop for getting people on board on how to participate. I'm gonna share the link to the event. Check it out. Awesome people inside, familiar faces. So, yep. And the panel is organized by Wendy, and we have John and also Hussein. So
our hero.
yeah, all of them came up here before. So check them out if you are new to this open source contribution thing and you want to get a free T-shirt. So check it out.
Mm.
Do they still give a free T-shirt?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
It's
So I guess
because
depends on the
delivery was
sponsor.
hard. The
Yeah,
delivery
well,
was
yeah.
hard.
I remember when I attended Echelon something, they like I forgot the t-shirt company. The one that I'm wearing right now. No, not this one. Oh, I changed my clothes. The gift factor thing. They actually sent 25 shirts
To you?
Yeah, they to
What?
people who signed up for
Oh,
for
okay. I
their
thought you.
thing.
You
And they sent a logo and then something, and then they sent 25 t-shirts to me.
really? Okay.
Yeah, on Echelon. So that's
So
why
you have
that's why I'm wearing it as a.
So you have
As
enough
pajamas.
T-shirts for a year.
Mhm, mhm.
So back to our website. So what I think about our website, I think it's pretty interesting.
What do you think that we
Mhm.
should add in, like? And also, I'll be thinking. I'm a bit lazy in doing websites because the day job is website as well. I don't want to do website anymore. So
Yeah, we have a few
I,
ideas on the
I'm
site,
okay with
right?
writing bots. What sort of bots that might be useful?
Oh,
So
the MP3 extraction from YouTube,
okay.
and
Yeah.
then hosting that. The infrastructure is still there. It's just that my server went down, and it's still down because Singapore apparently couldn't bring it up. I'm not sure. And so it just extracts out the MP3, hosts it on the
And
site.
post
The
it.
layout, the RSS feed for the layout for Spotify or all the other MP3 podcast
Let's revise that.
aggregators already has the correct name. So it also pulls in, as long as you name the MP3 the same name as the YouTube ID, then everything still works.
Yeah.
We have yeah, if you've noticed, there's a repository called How to Get to KL Meetups. It doesn't apply right now because nobody has a physical meetup as
Yeah.
much. It used to be like instructions, hopefully with pictures and video and
Yeah.
stuff on the usual meetup places and how
Malcolm
to
actually
get there.
archived it.
Did you archive it?
No,
No, I don't
Malcolm
think you
archived
archived it. It's still there.
No, Malcolm archived it.
Malcolm archived it. Oh yeah, I guess because it's not going to be updated, right?
Yeah, he did
For a
some.
year,
Actually, he
I
did
guess.
some entries. So
Yeah, we were supposed to fold that in over to the site so that everyone can.
probably I
access
can
it?
write a Flutter one.
Maybe I'm
So
going
let's
to write
see.
the whole thing in Swift.
Let's see how lazy I am.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So we have a few things we're going to add.
I'll
Community site is definitely
probably do it for Oktoberfest then. Yeah. Let's at least 1 or 2 commits per week should be fine.
Mhm.
So we need to update. So as we said last time, right, we need to update our MP3. We need to update our show notes. Our show notes is horrible. I'm going to update it later.
Are you gonna write an speech to text bot to do
Yeah, that works too. So we have a transcript, right?
with a complementary with GPT-3
Yeah, I don't have
to
money for
autocorrect
GPT-3.
to autocorrect the speech to text.
Mhm.
I don't have money for GPT-3, but
Okay, GPT-2.
let me see if there is an easy, lazy way for me to do it.
Yeah, I see. I think there's a lot of free tiers services out there nowadays.
Correct.
So
But
I think we can also do a few episodes about like what sort of useful and cheap enough services or free tier services that might be able to help in a small project. Not necessary to
I
scale
wanted to actually
business.
write a book on that, but
Yeah.
I never got around to writing a book. Like, there's a lot of things that you can do for free, like
Yeah.
Mailgun, for example, for like email forwarding, and then
Not really
unlimited.
free anymore.
Uh,
Mailgun.
It's still
Yeah,
free for me. I
because-
don't know. Maybe I got
I don't know.
grandfathered.
Probably you haven't hit the limit yet. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a lot of free
all of
services
my-
from all the
Yeah.
major cloud services as well, like AWS, Azure, and Google.
Yeah, if you want, like for example, hosting images, there's Cloudinary, and then you have like all sorts of like image manipulation there, right? You can
What do you
always
think
ask
to
for, like,
a place to host our MP3?
Yeah.
What
place, yeah,
is there any generic file storage?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, but I still have a server that is I think it got a capacity of 20 gig, I guess.
If we have free Lambda credits, then maybe anytime someone requests the MP3, it runs the YouTube extractor and then serves that VP.
Well, it works.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, here.
that's.
We can write
And
a
then
service.
you can just like
We can actually write a service to load balance this to free load all these services. So
yeah,
let's say
all of
your
the services, right?
just a S3 ran up, just do a Lambda. Then all these major cloud services providers have their Lambda-like services, right? So we just
Mhm.
load balance them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you have a low water detection. So basically, like if you are running out of quotas, it also triggers a sign up for a new account, and then automatically adds them
That's
to the
that's a bit
like
nasty,
that.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think we
Different
should,
email
it'll be
address and
good to
domain.
it'd be good to do an episode about like how to be a digital freeloader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's
free
good, man.
services.
Let's do some like scripted episodes, like just like the dating apps one. It was a research and scripted. So let's do some more.
Oh yeah, so something to look forward to for in the future again. Some of us is getting toys. Review. Of course, when we
What?
talk about toys, we're
I
not
don't
talking
remember
about
getting toy myself.
we're not talking about Gundam models. We're talking about
Okay.
microcontroller boards, the FPGA boards, toys for
Okay,
that.
so Tristan, right? Tristan, right?
You got the Azure IoT Sphere thing as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We all got them. We
I
just
don't know where I
didn't
put
do
it.
anything with them.
My complaint is
Goes to show.
I'm not sure how. My complaint is that you need to install Visual Studio and everything to get it done, which like not something I would like to do.
But you'll notice that Microsoft actually seeded like hundreds of these units not just in Malaysia,
You
but
know what?
everywhere in the world, right?
You know what?
Yeah,
I
it's
got a
there.
Raspberry. I got
It's
a
a
Raspberry
Pi.
Pi 8 gig edition,
Yeah.
and I haven't used it yet.
So
Still in the-
Microsoft seeded like
It's still in the box.
that's still in the box. So Microsoft seeded that those Azure kits, like thousands of them, almost a few thousand across the world, because it's just really, really difficult for them to convince people to use their software. So that hey, maybe free hardware will cause people to use them.
It's still
Apparently,
very-
it's not enough. It's not enough.
it's too painful to go through it.
Mhm. Mhm.
But my thing
And
is, I need to
it-
hack this guy.
And it became Microsoft that sent e-waste to around the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Load balance the
Yes.
e-waste.
Yes.
So you're hacking. So are we getting an episode on you hacking the router and finally getting better internet?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing, maybe because I need a longer cable because I found a place to plug in my internet connection. The thing is, I need a cable to pull across.
So you mean you need to? I think the one improvement is you have to sit closer to your microphone.
Yeah.
I like to
Yeah.
slouch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of like hacking those internet stuff, right? Back when I was in the Philippines, and the best internet broadband was like the microwave antenna thing for your cell tower. I managed to get in the admin of the microwave thing and set the transmit power higher, and so I actually got like better internet. I don't know if it was outside of the legal limits for radio frequency transmit power, but those are the things that you can do when you hack firmware. So maybe Swimming can try it as well.
Yeah, those things are hard to
You can
find.
try. No, I mean, technically, you can make your device do anything you want, right? So maybe you can increase the transmit power.
So it turns out that people actually got caught before. MCMC
Do you
law.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Okay, so the reason is they actually messed up the network.
I hope you don't
the
bring
transmit
down the
power.
network. I don't hope you don't bring down the internet for your whole neighborhood.
Yeah. Because that's precisely what happened. And one of the wireless telephone, which on another case, somewhat related, this guy actually bought a telephone directly from another country and brought it to Malaysia. And what happened is when he used the phone, he actually disrupt everybody around the area, some area, complain. As a result, MCMC charged him, and I think the guy have to pay fine. I do not know about jail time,
Wow.
but he at least had to pay fine. And it's not a cheap fine; it's in the tens of thousands. So, which is why we almost never mess with.
I don't think I can play.
Oh,
I can
you
do.
almost never
I don't think
get
I can
caught.
do anything with A-Wave around my area because there's a military airport next to my
Oh.
apartment, and there's the Subang airport nearby. So
Yeah.
even
that's
our
going to be a
building needs
problem.
to like have the blinking lights so
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I can fly drones around my area as well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
because it's going to be monitored. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we don't play around with these. So either way, looking
Yeah.
forward to toys. We'll do a few of those. We do
Oh, we
that.
have a
We do this before.
yeah. We used to have a Toys Kami episode, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
toy
yeah, yeah.
scat.
We talk about the network sensor and M5. I think we talked about M5 and the network sensor.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
So
speaking of that, it's here now. I finally got it like into a small case, so just need
okay,
to put it into a small
I
box
just
like
asked
this.
Chilean,
So
by the way.
I pour it out inside, and that's it.
What?
Yeah,
Instead,
the Honeywell.
Oh,
It's
instead
not
of using the
Bluetooth low
Honeywell,
energy.
I
okay.
asked Chilean.
So
2 years ago, 2 years in the making.
we still have one spare in the office, but I think we lost it.
Yeah.
The one was
Uh,
sent to swimming, but one was I think it's in the office, but I think we lost it.
So it's
And
here.
and even
My
though it's
power on.
raining, it's rainy season nowadays, but the air quality isn't getting any better. So
See,
that's why I'm still closing my windows.
this is why I don't power up my sensor. I just ask Chilean.
Yeah.
Mm.
If I start to get sick, or you see me like looking tired, then it's must be the bad air.
Yes. So we don't need fancy sensor.
No, I'm fancy. I think I'm pretty fancy.
This
More
is powered by
expensive than-
deep learning neural network. You know what I mean?
It's a
literally
it's a
powered by
bloody
deep
wetware.
learning. It take all the checkbox for deep learning, edge computing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
all
keep
that.
telling me that the air quality is okay, but it's not.
Yeah.
And I want something to back me up is that the Rawang waste dumping that caused the water outage for the
Yes.
Tangveri
Mhm.
area.
Yeah.
Rawang actually, whenever I pass by, it actually reeks of I think ammonia or something like that.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to have a smell, I can bring you guys a short trip to smell the air there.
So
it's not. I think it's not just me that certain places. If you go through like the north-south highway, certain area you can smell these strong chemicals
yes.
wastages like I think caused by.
Yes. Correct.
So it's not me that I don't think it's me, but it's just that I'm a bit sensitive.
So that place is isolated
surprised.
and near the city.
Yeah.
That place is isolated and near the city. As a result, it's one of those places where people actually throw their stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody bothered to report.
I think it's it's just a start for something that is more serious. Gonna be like the Johor cases where it's well known that by the locals that people is risks all the time anyway. Just that it never reached the critical mass of affecting more people. So.
Correct.
Yep, PSA. Anyone want to have a trip to smell the air? Then I'm glad to accompany you.
Yeah. Okay, so final one. Next week, probably next week, we might do a review of the Social Dilemma, because I've been watching Social Dilemma and The Great Hack. Was it
So the
Great
Social Dilemma, it's a show in Netflix, right?
Hack?
I have to watch it then.
I haven't
That
watched it. I
next
don't
week?
have Netflix. So
What is it?
probably
Is
I
it a
don't have Netflix.
Is it a documentary or something else?
Yeah, it's a documentary. It's a documentary.
So
And
will I feel sad? Will it make me sad?
No.
If I watch it.
It's I do not know. I think a lot of people overreact. No, it is creepy. It is scary, but it's not so bad. It's not so bad that I would delete my app right away. But it is an issue that people don't aware that much. Right? So if people want to know what's the problem with social network service and all that, I will point this video to them. So
And
more
we're going to be
importantly,
talking about it next week, right?
Correct. I may bring Sean or one more person. Let's see.
How about John? John Carroll? I
Yeah.
forgot
So.
his last name. Yeah.
I may bring John in. Let's see. And also, it's something that I also work with in Singapore project, so I can chime in as well.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah. So that will be next week. Then what's
Mhm.
after next week? I have no idea. Let's see how it
So
goes.
so what? So what else should we cover before we end the show?
So look forward to more upgrade to the website. I'm adding more and more stuff.
I think something gradually that we want to improve over is the hopefully swimming improve his internet connection
Yes.
and also speak closer to the mic.
Yes.
Or get
Yeah,
an RTX and
yeah.
just
I-
let
I need to fix my internet.
If you want to upgrade your RTX to the latest 30 series, you want to let it go for free or for a cheap price, ping me. The 21.
Yeah.
no, but mine is in the laptop, so that's the thing. I can't remove
Ooh.
it from the laptop.
It's fine.
Ooh.
I'm
Oh,
not
but
sure.
the NVIDIA broadcast is also working on the 1080, 1070, 1060.
Yeah. No, I need
Graphics
to
cards.
download it and try it out.
Yeah, you should try it out. It's
Yeah.
quite cool.
I should.
Yeah.
So with that, I think we can conclude that
Yes,
our
I go
101
back to
session is.
background blur.
Whoa! Look
Show
at
you
that!
Sean.
Whoa! It's so surreal.
Yeah,
I use a thing called
it's like a
I
background.
use real bokeh. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Let's
with
not
that
real
said, shall we say goodbye?
Yes.
No, bye and
Goodbye.
good night, folks. See you guys next week. Comment and
Share and
like
subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yep. Bye.